Well, it snowed and it's still snowing. Yeah, lots of snow. Motivation level's low. I just moved snow for an hour. Made a nice big pile over there. Hid my Jeep under a tree. Now, I'll go in here. So, my project for today is I've got some bushings. So I've got some tube to make outer sleeves for the bushings. And I'm going to make those. And then they can go, the frame rails that are going to go here, those tubes will sink through the frame rail, be welded in there. And that's where my shackles will go to. And I can build the frame coming up and back to here with those in them. So, yeah, see if I get that done today. Like I said, my motivation level's pretty low today. Not very nice out today, and I hate snow. Okay. Alright, a little lathe crap. So I made some bushings because I've got these bushings here, but they were 3/4 inch holes. So now they're 1/2 inch hole. Then I made these sleeves. These will be welded into the frame rail. So they will go, let's walk over here. These will go in the frame rail probably about there. And they'll be sunk right through and welded in. And that'll be for my rear top spring mount. So that'll be the shackle will bolt through that and then bolt through the spring. And these things work pretty slick because they just slide over the bushing tight. And that piece goes inside. And there you have it. Nice and neat and tidy. So now I guess I gotta do the dreaded frame building. So I'll make the parts for the frame. There's a piece of it there. And then blow the holes in there. And those steel rings, steel pipes will be welded in. And then that's that. Super safe. Well, there are the two first pieces of the frame coming back. They're just welded on top, all square on there, flush with the front. So when I build the top part of that cross member, it'll all be tied in together. And then when I cut that corner all out in there and box it all in, that'll all be tied together. It's gonna be a really strong point there. So now I'm making the uprights. I'm just cutting them out now, coming off of there. They're going to be off on 45s, come up to about the top of those pockets, and then I'll be making the piece that goes from here back to them, and then figuring out where the spring bushing has to go in. I can weld those in, and once it's all together, I can cut these frame rails out. And set it on the ground and make sure it's all where it needs to be. Okay, that one's kind of clamped in place there. I want to show this before I clamp this one in, and then I'll do the measure and make sure it's all square still. The bushing is welded right in there, and that is for the rear spring shackle. So that ain't coming apart ever. And the bushings are these nice little red ones that are replaceable. I doubt this thing will ever get enough miles on it to have to replace them, but you never know. I'm going to drive the crap out of it. Well, frame rails are out. They're on the floor. This is all welded in, but there's still a bunch to do. I still have gussets to put in and all kinds of stuff. There's got to be a cross member go across here, and that'll be for my shocks and just added support. And then once the tubs go back in, the wheel wells go back in, there'll be a body mount right here on both sides. That's what it had before, so that's what I'll do again. Okay, well now I'm going to sweep everything up and then roll that rear end under here and see how it sits. Hopefully it's okay. Hey, yeehaw! Well, they fit. they're gonna fit great. So the problem, I was gonna put it on the ground, but these plates, these holes are too close together this way. That's the distance that the U-bolts are, but yeah, the other springs were skinnier. So I have to make new plates before I can bolt it in, and then set it on the ground and find where the pinion angle needs to be, and then I can weld the saddles to the housing. And then build shock mounts and all that stuff. And I guess take it all apart and put gussets in, and yeah, and then finish that cross member up there, put the drive shaft hoop in and the exhaust cutouts in it. It's all going to be so tight, but we'll get her. So it looks pretty neat though. I think once it sits down on its weight, I think the tires are going to be right up in the hole where I wanted them. Should be bang on by the looks of it, but we'll see how these springs hold it up. No way I know until then, but it's going to look pretty mean. Yeah, really mean.